name is Gbenga Adefaye, Provost, Nigeria Institute of Journalism, Lagos. Thank you. Complex question. The practice has experienced more than what I would call a revolution. When you look at the practice in context, in other words, what facilities are available, the level of education of practitioners, and then the disruptive impact of technology has been revolutionary. The society is more open. People have more facilities to use. People have better skills. On the average, almost everybody has a university degree or HND. And that's where it ends. Will I say people have become more dutiful, more enterprising, more ethical? I will not say yes, because you also have a preponderance of practitioners who are not schooled, who are not ethical, who do not believe in principles, who do not know of any rules. Therefore, it's a mishmash. Can it be improved upon? Yes, a lot. If you do training, if you try to bring people into the fold, and if the owners and the regulators, in quote, try to be more assertive. And that's where I will commend the owners and the operators and the leadership for trying to set up the ombudsman mechanism, because the best regulation in the media practice really is self-regulation. Is to make people to be aware, to be conscious of their duties to the society, that a little infraction can hurt more or destroy if the practice is unethical, if the delivery is not fact-based, if it is not the truth. It's a global thing, because especially of like I mentioned earlier, the disruptive impact nature of the internet. You are in the next world at the touch of a button. However, from time immemorial, our practice had always been influenced by the West. Our orientation is to be asking questions, is to question the government, is to fulfill constitutional requirement of holding the government accountable as the fourth estate of the realm. So to answer your question directly, I think we'll be more influenced philosophically, even by practice, by the West. We like to practice like they practice in America. We like to practice like they practice in Britain. I do not think we want to practice as they do in the communist countries of the East. I think Russia is far and distant to us. China, they have very, very good review, positive review, because of the level of business interaction we have. So, but they are still seen as where they are from the East. But when dealing with the West, with America, it's like in fact, it's like the average Nigerian practitioner wants to practice like they do in America, even when some of us have not taken a visa to be in New York. My concern and the performance of the press, I think it's tough, no doubt, and because of the situation in which we have found ourselves, it can be tempting to just want to survive. And if that's what you do as a press, then you will fail in doing what the Constitution asks you to do, to ask the right question. That's our main job. To to make the government accountable. Insecurity is with us, it's been with us for some time, but how? We must find out how and why. Where did they come from? Are we asking enough questions? What is the source? Where is the funding coming from? What is the consequences? What are the casualty notes? And all of that. And then we shouldn't just ask questions. We also profile solutions, interrogate policies. What are the policies of the state in terms of dealing with security matter? What is the investment we make in the asset for our security agencies? Should we all be kinetic or non-kinetic approach? All of this. But like I said, if it's all about personal survival, we may feel shy of asking those questions. Then, by the end of being collusion with the people, either the non-actors who are making our life miserable, or even public officers who are not doing their duty. The same affects inflation is to ask the question, why are we in this state? Yes, it's okay to report what's the inflation figure, what's food inflation, what's this and that, but how did we get here? If you are not a producing economy, if your currency is floating, and then you are doing massive importation, and then you have removed all subsidies, you want to ask, are they working together? What's the ultimate objective? Which task us? How much understanding do we even have? So it takes us back to where we should all be. A journalist is not knowledgeable, is not educated, will not be able to perform effectively. And if that is the case, then all of us will suffer because we will not even be able to provide guidance. So we might then end up doing what some most uninformed persons on social media do. They just throw information at you to the detriment of all. So that's the challenge. It can be better if we apply ourselves, if we ask the right question, if we read as we should read, if we do comparative studies, we read across borders, we read across subjects, we read across systems, across countries. What is happening where, how, and why. That way, we can do better. And if you're able to do that, then we'll be able to assist the government to govern better. We are feeling the impact of, I want to be careful, of governance now. I don't want to use the word good or bad, because when you are doing a repair job, it can be tough. But the question is, or the point is, what is being done to mitigate the short-term pain for the long-term gains we are all aspiring to. So that's it. International actors don't live here. They don't experience it. And in any case, what is driving them? The international people you are dealing with, they are much more interested in their own business interest. If the policies favor them, they will come in with their portfolio, make their money, and exit. You will solve your own problems. And so that is why, like I said much earlier, you need to understand the issues to interrogate the policies and then engage the state. If you are unable to do that, you are not going anywhere. This is a democracy. We must keep protesting. We must keep engaging. You use the word protest. I use the word engagement. If you don't, the state will crush you. But if you speak out, they probably will go back and do some reflection. Take for instance now, I just read in today's dailies that the president had asked the Ministry of, the Attorney General of the Federation and the people in the Ministry of Justice to engage with the Parliament to look at the tax bills, to note the points of protest, the points of agitation, and make amends. That is the beauty of democracy. If it were in the military dispensation, it would just be a decree. And if you oppose, they remove the jurisdiction of the court. They either send you to jail or shoot you. So we should keep protesting. We should keep engaging. We should keep engaging, especially our representatives in the at the various levels of the parliament, either at the subnational level of the state, even local government or the federal level, so that we make input into governance. So to answer your question, the protest is good, it should continue. In fact, we should raise the tempo so that we can get better days for ourselves. So I think at the end of the day, we will all get by it. We'll benefit from the engagement. The foreign countries will not help you. They will come here to do business. If it's not in their interest, they will not deal with you. money goes to where it will get returns. If anybody works with you, if anybody gives you a facility, it's because they know you have the capacity to pay back, or they can exploit you otherwise. So it is for you, while you take into consideration whatever information is available there, whatever promises they make you, it is for you to deal with your own matter. That is it. Any other thing, forget it. Is it the West? They also have their own problems. The man who's going to be president of America in January is already threatening the world that the BRICS country, if they change from the dollar denomination of their economy, that they are going to pay 100% tariffs, because it is in his interest for all of us to be indebted in dollars. So it's about interest. Nothing more, no more, no less. You can't pin your hope on foreign support, foreign help. None is coming from anywhere. You solve your own problem yourself. Go back home, design your own policies, nurture them, and make sure your own interest is protected. I will welcome security support from all parts of the world that are in tandem with our own aspirations to secure our own country. Because most of those people you have mentioned, most of them are just interested in selling their own arms and armaments and making money. It's for you to know where you are going, know the source of your trouble. Is your religion, is it economic, your trouble, is it political, is it religious, is it ethnic? Design homegrown solutions to them. Yes, at some levels, the kinetic, use arms and ammunition, but in other positions, engage your own people. If you keep an army of jobless people on the street, jobless young men, they will go into crime. They will threaten your security. But if you create an enabling environment for them to have a life, you probably will have solved part of your security problem. You create an enabling environment for your people to be able to return to farm to grow their own food. You probably will be solving some of your problems. Create an enabling environment for your children not to be out of school roaming the street. Getting all of them back into the classroom, getting them educated, you'll be solving a large part of your security problem. Because an uneducated hand is as dangerous as a trained university graduate who studied chemistry or physics and is jobless roaming about the street. That is a bomber waiting to bomb you off. Something. It is good if it is affordable. It's all about cost of money. It's good if the money they give us, the support they give us, they turn into tangible assets for us that we can use to grow our own economy and develop it. From what I heard, they are not as exploitative as what we get in the West, from the West, where the interest rate alone will choke you and kill you. When we look around, I know we can see visible evidence of some of those things that we've gotten from China. That for me alone is enough encouragement. However, we should not go into, while we take from the East, we should also take from, in fact, if I were you, if I were the government, I would play one against the other. That is what I will do. Otherwise, they are welcome to it. Oh. Before now, I used to subscribe to the London Economist regularly. I used to buy the hard copy, then the soft copy. Then I read a lot of foreign journals. I do. Luckily enough, I'm almost able to read all of them now for free online once I have data. So in particular, yes, I read a lot of foreign journals. I read foreign relations, so they're trying to get educated about policy opinion about foreign matter, foreign relations from the West. I read the London Economist when I have access. I read all Nigerian newspapers, I do. And but for television, my favorite foreign one is Al Jazeera. Again, I get it for free. And then when I want the balance, I go to the West, take CNN. But I think every day I visit Al Jazeera for the international one. Locally, I shouldn't say that because I have friends everywhere. But I do basically 3: Channel, Arise, and TVC.